Yo. Hi. Hard breathing through kid on this madness, yo. Nairobi, are you ready for this? I don't think so. Go get ready, big man thing. My people crazy, you better like it. Go get ready, my people crazy, you better like it. Kuja, wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, Kuja, wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. We can end it, but what baby? It's a dazzle karibu tu caliente. Give me this front fight, girl, I'm here to conquer, girl, In the business, I'm dangerous. My trigger on the baddest. The party just started. My body's in a hurry. I enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place, ain't nobody bad. Enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place, ain't nobody bad. I'm a bigger man, careful, girl. Shock you in this reggaeton 10 times, girl. Kuja, wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, Kuja, wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get ready, big man tea. My people crazy, you better like it, yo. Yeah, Central Africa. Yeah, and Kenya on this madness.
Ati, spola pole wesi mi roga mama sita mi ufanya madem wenye ukona baki kujishika. Iwe dancehall ama hip hop buda mina wakilisha tunabon. Tukwa party tunaban, hii weekend Tuki your hashtag, check it tunaban. Press it to the one, cha. Madem pako hapa wanadai tu vijiti. Wanjiti kwa kiti, waresh pako fiti. Weekend tunaban, adi che Wanja for the G, top on the panty.
Kuja, wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, Kuja, wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man.
Limitless Hoops crowd. What's going on, guys? Hey, this is John Sanders with Limitless Hoops. On Tuesday, this is our shooting day. If you are in the Westminster or Broomfield area, we're going to be at Westlake tonight. Anyone's allowed to show up. Anyone who's a part of our program, of course. All right, and what we do is we get up a whole bunch of shots. All right, this is one of the more favorite days for people because we don't have. Basically, like the easier the day is, the more favorite it is for people, okay? Our Thursdays, we just play. So those, of course, are going to be favorites. Since we had Tuesday, Thursday on top of that, where it's like team practice, it's going to be a little bit harder, all right? But Tuesdays, we have shooting and team practice, all right? Man, we kind of ruined it for all the days, I think, because when we had our Sunday and Saturdays, and we'll have that again, we did shooting on Sundays and open gym on Saturdays, but it was like early in the morning. So people were like, yeah, I love those days, but I hate early in the morning. And then Thursday and Tuesday, they were just our team practices, which are easy but like slower. All right, then Monday, Wednesday, Friday are the workouts, which are great to like learn with to get better, but it's really hard. All right, so I don't know if there's like a comfortable day where it's like, yeah, this is an awesome day, because there's always like some kind of like hitch to it. All right, but with that said, life is like that. All right, no matter how fun something is, life is gonna make it tougher for you because that's just how life is. You would think, can we just make it super easy? But no, there is no greatness in easy, because if it's too easy, then everyone does it to the same level. And then if everyone's doing it to the same level, and let's say that you're good enough to make the NBA, then that means everyone's good enough to make the NBA, which means you're not going to make the NBA, because it would just be some kind of like big lottery. They would say, well, everyone's as good as everyone else, therefore whoever wins, and then just throw a lottery ball out there. How many times have you won the $1 million lottery? Probably haven't, right? So yes, things have to be tougher to weed everyone out. In college, I was a pre-med student for a year and a half, and they made the classes ridiculously hard. And he even told us, he goes, the classes are going to be hard because we need some of you to fail the class, because not everyone can become a doctor. We're just trying to figure out who the best people are. And it was so difficult. And I think that's how like life is in general, but sports are very, very, very much like that. So be prepared for not a lot of like super fun days. You can make it fun for like the 5-year-olds, and that kind of like tricks kids into thinking, oh, this is all fun. But if it stays fun, you'll get cut your 9th grade year or before. All right, so if it's too fun and you're just like goofing around, know that you're going to be watching the high school games. At the very, very least, you're going to be watching the college games. You're not going to be playing them. So if your dreams are to play, sadly, you got to make it unfun. Unless you happen to like hard work, then that wins everything. Those people make it to like the NBA. If you're like, oh no, fun for me is running. Fun for me is like trying hardest. Fun for me is like shooting 1,000 shots a day. This is fun for me. Well, then you're a special human being, and that's why people watch you, and that's why people respect you, because you're amazing and you're doing something that not that many people can do. So it's all your choice. Let's see what you choose. Quote of the day. The quote of the day is, be the change, all right? Don't just speak the change. Don't just try the change. Be the change, all right? Michael Jackson had a song called Man in the Mirror, and it was my favorite song when I was growing up, so maybe this had something to do with it. You don't just stick around and hope and pray that things go your way. You go out there and you make them go your way. You be proactive. All right, which means like you don't just sit down and just pray and go, well, I hope that maybe the coach will start me, or I hope that this person knows that I love them. No, you just speak up and you say it. You just step out of your comfort zone and you do it. You go out there and you shoot 1,000 shots a day. That's just how it's done. All right, so if you want something to change in your life and change for the better, you got to go out there and do something. Now, if you want it to change for the worse, I suppose you can just stick around. Yeah, no. If you just do nothing in life, yeah, that will make things change for the worse. So I guess you don't always have to be the change. If you want it to change negatively, just chill. If you want it to change positively, you're going to have to put some work in. My apologies. But yes, the quote of the day for this Tuesday is, be the change. It sounds so cliche. All right. Our poll question today, it comes from Bradley Beal. All right, Bradley Beal is he lives over in Phoenix, Arizona, and he plays basketball. And he asked us today, is Ben Simmons allowed to talk trash? That's what Bradley Beal asked. And my question goes to you. Watch this play. Backdoor, Bradley Beal smokes it, and then Ben Simmons held up the smoke sign. All right, when it comes down to people missing layups, I don't think that you can get more legendary than Ben Simmons. Now, I've had layup misses in my lifetime. And I was actually just talking to a former player of ours, Jamari Phillips, who goes to Oregon right now. He's in college. He played with us just for like a couple weeks. But his dad called me up, and he was talking about how he's a little bit in trouble on the team. Won't get into that, but he's trying to get playing time, and he only gets like 2 minutes of playing time a game. And like every time that he goes in, he gets like a turnover. He might make a shot. He's shooting like 75% from three or something like that, but he gets like a turnover. And I told him, I remember those days. When you're on a short leash, dude, it is so nerve-wracking. Like it like gets into your soul that you like can't make this. This is why I'm actually mean to you guys, so you guys can practice like being like, oh my God, like my brain is gonna explode, and then you have to make this shot. It is so hard. So I want you guys to have practice of that, because in college, man, it was tough. I'm not saying that that's what's happening with Bradley Beal in this shot, but I am saying that's what's happening with Ben Simmons. He's not that bad. He's just under so much pressure. If you're under that much pressure, and you're the one missing layups just a game before this and 2 games before this, and you're getting made fun of, do you just make fun of the next guy? Or do you just go, you missed it, and don't mock anybody, especially when you're that guy? I think anyone is up to mock anyone except for this situation. Seriously. If this is the thing that you do and someone else does it, you can't make fun of them like you're getting made fun of. I think it's just the rules of the playground. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's the poll question of the day. Is Ben Simmons allowed to make fun of people? Tough question, man. All right. Next thing we got our itinerary for the day. We're doubling up. We're only adding an hour and a half for the workout. Normally, each one of these things is supposed to be an hour a piece. So we're putting 2 hours worth of stuff in an hour and a half. It's going to fly by. You're not going to get that much stuff done. All right, but we're going to try. So we got weekend form shots, shooting the ball, but making sure that your hands are spread, making sure that your legs are bent, make sure that you're shooting the proper shot, switch your feet and stuff like that. So you're going to be teaching your left hand how to shoot so that you shoot better with the right hand, but also so that you shoot better with the left hand. All right, then we have our pro hop practice. It's driving in toward the baseline, then pro hopping toward the middle and shooting that shot. We're going to shoot a whole bunch of those up. All right, the team shooting should be a whole bunch of shooting, guys. We should not be talking about like what we're learning, how we're learning it. Just go out there and do it and figure it out. Then we got pick and roll, pass to pop, step back, jump shots, pump fake to dribble bank shots, and the three-point contest. Some coaches have told me in the past, yo, look, John, this is like your stuff that you're teaching. This is my stuff. The step back is my stuff. It's not like James Harden's stuff or anything like that. The step back belongs to John Sanders, I guess. Pick and roll, pass to pop. I invented that. The pro hop. Weekend form shots. Is any of this stuff my stuff? Sorry to get upset, but seriously, they're like, I can't coach your stuff. I want to coach my stuff. If this ain't your stuff, you ain't a coach. All right. What up, Luke? What up, Weston? Sup? All right. So yeah, this is the stuff that you need to know. If you think, oh God, I just won't learn whatever's in John's book. Look at the stupid book right there. I'm not gonna learn this stuff. I'll learn other stuff. Yes. And then you're gonna skip this stuff? You don't know this stuff and you think that you're going to make it? Yeah, dude, you're in trouble, man. There might be other stuff out there, but this stuff is the main stuff. Trust me. All right. And then we got our horseshoe shots. All right. As a team, 180 poly for shots. I'm going to mix all this stuff together. All right. 180 poly for shots is a handoff, then another handoff. No, sorry. One handoff. 180 is one handoff. 360 is 2 handoffs. We could go further, but you guys can't add that well. I mean, would it be like 540? It just gets hard. 720. Would you guys understand that that's 4 handoffs? Plus, we wouldn't need that many handoffs. That'd be crazy. We're not the Harlem Globetrotters. But yeah, so 180 to poly. We're doing poly earlier, and then we're doing poly for shots right now. So poly, we did poly about a week or two ago, where we come off the free throw line screen from one wing to the other wing. Think poly, like Polly when a cracker, bird. Bird has 2 wings. Duh. All right. So 180 to poly to shots where everyone's going to be shooting the shot, but we're going to do poly the play and then rotate like that. Then pick and roll defense. We got to get people excited to double team, excited to go out there and just blitz the pick and roll, the attempted pick and roll. All right. And then we're also going to add a rotate person over, who can't rotate over until they go off the screen. He has to come sprinting over, and then maybe we'll play 2 out of 3 out of it, like 2 on 3 out of it, because that's how it is. So we can be in groups of 5. We'll come off the screen, get double teamed, and then have that person rotate, and then just play it like that. And I'll show you how difficult it is if you go extremely hard playing defense like this. Okay, so we'll make that one a play one, and then on point guard, advance the ball ahead. This is an important one that I didn't really learn until high school. They were like, stop. No, maybe even college. They talked about it in high school, but I didn't really learn until college. They're like, pass the ball ahead. It's your job. I'm like, no, my job is point guard. I want to dribble the ball ahead. No, your job is to get the ball ahead, and the pass is faster. Think about it, John. All right, and then the last 2 are under 15 seconds, up by 4, and then deflections, playing with deflections counting as +1. So getting the passing lanes. Any kind of deflection, but also take care of your passes on offense. So that's all the stuff that we're doing today. Make sure that you understand it. And let's check the trivia question for right now. Trivia question is: the leader is Bon Suave. This question was asked last week. We're gonna see if we can answer it this week. Good luck with the trivia question, you guys. The trivia question today is. That's my drum roll. I don't know if you guys know about drum rolls. Does your generation do drum rolls? I don't know. But anyway, the question is, Monte Toe, I'm assuming his name is credited with throwing the first alley-oop. Who did he throw it to? We only answer one time. Only get one chance per week. All right. Who did Monte Toe throw the first alley-oop to? Let me know. This person might be a Hall of Famer. I'm not sure. But it's the first alley ever thrown. I can't tell you what level it was. Could have been high school, junior high, college, NBA. I don't really know. I actually forgot who it was. Do I remember? I really don't know the answer. But I can look it up as soon as you guys guess. Or when you show me, I'll be like, yeah, that was him. Anyways, you have until the end of the show to answer this, or we'll ask it again next week. This might be one of our multi-week brain stumpers that no one can answer. Good luck, Monte Toe. Who do you throw the alley to? First one to answer wins. You have a chance to win $50. All right, good luck, you guys. Stop the music. Stop the music now. Thank you. Anyways, ad time.
Imagine a mountain. Imagine at the top of the mountain there's a bag full of money. Imagine climbing that mountain to reach your dreams. Now imagine your dreams are at the top of that mountain in the form of a bag full of money. That's how it is to work for a goal with all your heart. But we don't know how much money's in that bag. It may be thousands of dollars. It might be $1. It may be $1 million. And I believe that's why people don't climb that mountain. They don't know if their efforts will be worth it or if they'll be in vain. So only some of us climb, and only some of us make it to our peak. And when we get there, when we open up that bag to find out how much money was in our full potential, we may be saddened to only find a few dollars. And we may hear laughter from all of our friends who refuse to climb the mountain, looking at us like they did the right thing by not trying their hardest. They might have had the million, they might have had thousands, but now they'll never know. And at least you know, at least you took the chance. What I want you to do is look down that mountain, because you didn't waste that time. Open up your arms and enjoy the view.
Oh, that's so deep, and that man's voice was so handsome in that commercial, I'll tell you that right now. But yes, health and fitness is our next category that we're talking about, and this goes to my guy, LeBron James. Why is LeBron sabotaging the season? LeBron James says he plans on playing all 82 games. He said it again after, I guess, a very, very bad showing last game where he missed 87,000 three-pointers in the same game. Should you do this to yourself? Should you push yourself past the limits? Just and don't forget, people were always saying Michael Jordan played every game since the day he was born. LeBron takes days off, even though he doesn't really take that many days off. Should you be playing when you can't really play? Should you play to like the detriment of everything? Should you play to like your knees fall off? Nah, probably like if you need a rest, your body needs a rest, you do take days off. But you have to make sure that you're taking fewer and fewer days off as time goes by. And you do that by strengthening your body. And I think that LeBron has strengthened his body to a perfect point, okay? And he's also older. I think if his body's telling him to not go, I think he, out of anyone, deserves the excuse. He's old, he's taking care of his body. He's not taking days off because he drank the previous night. He's not taking days off just because he feels like it. All right, so I don't think that pride should stand in your way of injuring your body, dude. Like, just take the day off. If you put in the work and you're prepared and you're not like just weak body, like you tried to go every single day, that's all that you can really do. So definitely don't injure yourself. There are other things to do besides like being on. You could like do like an ice bath day. Like you can still get better in certain ways. You can stretch. You don't have to destroy your body for the game, especially when that will make your game worse. Because again, the end result is to make yourself better. So I definitely, as a guy that never really took days off either, I never took days off, and I still really don't. I think that there is room to take days off. I'll just say that. I was very, very fortunate in my life to never get seriously injured, and I was very flexible and things like that, but don't be afraid to take days off. Because again, like this says, health and fitness is our goal for this particular segment. It's very, very important for your entire life. So be careful out there, take care of yourself, and don't sabotage the Lakers. If you're ever on the Lakers, you ain't got to go all 82 games. Who cares what they say about Michael Jordan? Who cares? All right, be you, baby. All right, anyways, next thing. The homework. Who's been posting? What are we posting? Those are all 3 different playlists right there. I got Toby and Jeremy, spelled wrong. Kiernan, I see it. Declan, I saw him. Jay, I saw him. Caden, I kind of see you. All right, nice job. Yeah, Jay needs to really change his name spelling, man. J-I. Isn't that supposed to be Jai? Seriously, it's really confusing. It's hard, man. It's very, very difficult. But yes, that also reminds me, man. We've been missing some kids lately, and I think the reason for this is even when they come for a while, it's hard to stay coming because they're not Michael Jordan. They aren't Steph Curry. They'll act like it for like 2-3 weeks or a month, and then it'll go away because it feels weird. You get other stuff to do. If you can muscle through that and get past that, you can become anyone that you want to be. But it takes an outside of your comfort zone level of effort to become someone else. So push through these days when it feels like, man, this just ain't me. This just don't feel right. They're perfect. Because who you're supposed to be is not one of those top guys. So if it don't feel right, then it's perfect. If it don't feel right, it's right. All right. If it feels wrong, it's right. Trust me. All right. Anyways, moving on to some behind the scenes stuff. I know this is a funny one. I want you to watch Kyrie Irving on this one.
It's that inner dialogue. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
It's that inner dialogue, bro.
You better host than me. God damn, bro.
Bro.
Nah, but
it's that inner dialogue, bro. I want to be the best of all, bro. I want to be the best of the best. You got to win, lose, or draw.
Winning was in like a.
Bro, you got niggas hard.
All right. If you noticed that was Kyrie taking off the wrapper of the water bottle that he was just handed. He said thank you, didn't mention it, nothing. He just took off the wrapper and he drank the water. No one else is taking off the wrapper. All right, it's not like a piece of candy. He took off the wrapper because he's not sponsored by them. And he doesn't want to be affiliated with Aquafina. Was that Aquafina? I mean, as long as it's not Dasani, I believe it's not like illegal. So like, it's very strange that he has to like consciously think about what he's representing. And I know a lot of people out there, they won't wear Nike stuff. or they won't wear Adidas stuff. They only wear their brand. Like I'm wearing our brand right now, right? And the reason is because for some people, they'll just wear like plain shirts because they don't want to be owned by a corporation. Because think about as weird as Kyrie is, there's actually a point in this one. Imagine Dairy Queen selling you some ice cream, and you paid for the ice cream. You were like, how much? They told you how much. They made a profit. You got some food. It's an even exchange. But then Dairy Queen was like, no, we're not done here yet. We would like for you every day to tell everyone how much you love Dairy Queen. And you're like, okay, am I getting a discount for this? No. You still have to pay us $5 for this ice cream bar or whatever. And then you have to go out and tell everyone every day for the rest of your life that you love Dairy Queen. That's a weird thing, but that's what we do with our apparel and with our cars and anything that has like an emblem or logo on it. They used to sell t-shirts, believe it or not, without logos on it. All right, and then like, I don't know who started it, but like someone like Nike or Fruit of the Loom got involved and they were like, why don't we just dress up our apparel and make it cool? And then they started charging even more because it was like, no, this says Mercedes on it, therefore it's worth even more now. Because this says Calvin Klein. And people are going to think that you're rich because you bought this kind instead of this kind. And it's the craziest thing in the world. Even though I totally advertise on you guys too. I'm sorry, I'm a part of the problem. But yeah, ours is a little different. We're trying to create a culture here. I guess they're trying to create a culture too, but their culture's stupid. Our culture's cool. So what Kyrie's doing here is he's not gonna advertise someone who's trying to be advertising too. Like, why can't Aquafina just make some water and give it to him, right? You buy it from them. What if I bought it for more? Could you take off the wrapper? Like, it's really weird. So yeah, this is just some behind the scenes stuff that I just noticed. Look at your favorite guy, especially like someone like Jimmy Butler. He'll always show off what he's drinking. And the NBA asked him to stop advertising things while he's drinking stuff because you have to drink Gatorade if you're in the NBA or something like that. Crazy, right? Anyways, that's the behind the scenes. Like, do you guys still want to become pros now? Now that you know all this extra stuff happens? Weird, dude. All right. Last thing I was going to bring up. Ron Harper says a trade would happen if the Jazz took his son Dylan in the 2025 NBA draft. They're trying to get Cooper Flag. They're trying to tank to get Cooper Flag. But Utah isn't really a destination place. Yeah, it's kind of cold there sometimes, but it's very white. All right, so not a lot of like black players want to go there. It's kind of like, I mean, it's known to be like racist. All right, but they're like, oh, Cooper Flag, he's a white guy, so we can pick him first. But what if they don't get the first pick? Who should they pick? Ron Harper from the Bulls, and the Bulls have like a rivalry with Utah Jazz, so maybe this is part of it. I'm not really sure why he said that, but I think it's the racism end. I don't know. But he says, yeah, if they draft my son, a trade is going to have to take place. And this is how Kobe forced his way onto the Los Angeles Lakers. He was picked 13th by Charlotte. He said he was only going to go to LA. He was down to go to the Clippers or to the Lakers, but he wanted to go to LA. Or I think I'm sure New York was involved too. He just wanted to go to a big market. Should they have that much say in the draft? Doesn't that make the draft kind of like suck? Now, I'm not like trying to say you should be forced to go to Utah or to like Minnesota or certain places that aren't very friendly to your kind. If Alabama had a basketball team, I'm sure it wouldn't be the destination spot. Does Mississippi have a team? No. They would never. All right. So, but I am saying, like, just for like the sake of parity in the league, wouldn't it be a lot more fair if every team got to pick who they wanted to pick? It's a very silly thing, I believe, but I do understand it. These threats that players make are just wild, though, to me. And it does make the NBA less of a product, basically. So, but I want to talk about, since this is a product review, I want to talk about the product that is the Utah Jazz. The product that is Utah in general. All right? I almost lived in Utah. I bought a house there. It was so weird. It was so different. It's like a different country, that place. All right? And if you're going to have an NBA franchise there, you got to figure out ways to make it work. And with Minnesota, it's super cold. I mean, like, so, like, there's certain places that people don't want to go to. So I don't know how they jazz it up. And if you look at the top teams, they've always been from warm climate areas because players want to play in, like, Miami or Los Angeles. It's crazy, but it does make sense, too. So I feel bad for all the mountainous regions, especially Colorado, since I live here. But, yeah, that's just how it is. But I guess they could do a lot better at protecting their players, too. And I'm standing up for them in places that might be a little bit like Utah. Anyways, story of the day.
With patience and continued effort, the impossible becomes possible. The person who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones.
So yeah, you might think that something's impossible, but it just takes day by day by day by day. If you've ever seen the movie Shawshank Redemption, I hate to ruin it for you, but I mean, this dude dug a tunnel one rock at a time over 20 years. Just kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, and you can do the same. The only reason it's impossible is because other people say it's impossible. But why would they say that? They would say that it's impossible because they can't persevere, because they can't do it. You are not them. All right? It might be impossible for them, but it's not impossible for you. So go ahead and take a stab at it. All right? Go for 500 shots every single day. Yeah, it won't work on the first day. It won't work after the first month. Maybe not even the first year. But after 7 years of doing that crap, there's no way you could be bad at basketball. It's impossible. All right? And yeah, I guess there's always a chance. There's always a chance that you'll be less good than you want to be. But I mean, it's not. I mean, I would rather try that hard. I would rather try that hard and fail than to not try that hard for something that I had a passion for. It's possible that you can fail, I suppose. But chances are you're going to succeed in wild ways that not even you would have imagined. You're probably thinking NBA, but it's going to turn out that winning that state championship in high school was like the best thing in the world. And you wouldn't have ever done it unless you strive for the NBA. Okay? So don't be scared to put yourself out there. Don't be scared to go at a snail's pace even. And don't be scared to look at a mountain and say, I'm gonna move that mountain. I'm gonna move that mountain over there, even if I have to do it one stone at a time. All right. We have time for our Sunday story. All right. We normally just have time for our Tuesday one, but since it's a Sunday and Tuesday together, I might as well go over it. All right. So this is our Sunday story of the day. All right. Stop that music and start the sign.
Playing time should be earned and not.
Rewind that.
Playing time should be earned and not given. For when it's earned, the player knows they've achieved something. When it's given for no reason, the player has no reason to improve, and the other might feel as though their efforts are ignored. There is no greater feeling than working so hard to receive something you know for a fact that you deserve.
There is no greater feeling than working hard for something and receiving it when you know that you've deserved it, basically, okay? Yes, that is so true, and your parents try to rob you that all the time. Give my son playing time. How about he earns it? How about he goes out there and earns it? That would be a lot better, all right? That's why, man, we should never hand you things. Games are to consolidate all that you have learned. Games are to figure out how much you need to get better at stuff. Games are to congratulate you on your hard work. Games are not your chance to improve at X, Y, and Z. So stop thinking that. All right? Practices and games and workouts, they all have different reasons, and you should see behind that the smoke and mirrors. All right? And playing time should never be handed to you, but we will have our lower teams with free playing time just to get some money. But for everyone else, to earn your playing time. When you don't get playing time, you need to dig down deep and say, this is why I got to get better. All right? Anyways, don't forget that today's quote of the day is, no one answered the trivia question. It's okay. Well, I'll ask again next week. The quote of the day is be the change. I will see everybody tonight if you're showing up at the workout. Bring your coins to challenge somebody in our 3-point contest. We have our award ceremony next week, guys. All right, that's my time. I'm John Sanders. See y'all later, man. Reese's Pieces. Loud as you possibly can.